The world knows Germany through its luxury cars and its supposedly unbeatable tanks. That legend is sustained by devastating technical specifications across every military magazine. But what happens when that legend collides with the ironic reality of spare parts shortages? Are these armored monsters the terror of the enemy, or merely the terror of Bundeswehr mechanics themselves? Let's begin with the one at the top of the list, Leopard 2, where every legend begins. Main battle tanks, the kings of the battlefield, the Leopard Empire. If you want to witness the arrogance of German engineering, watch the legendary The Beer Test video again. A stock Leopard 2 charges across rough terrain with a full glass of beer placed on the gun barrel, and not a single drop spills. While tank crews in other countries hold their breath hoping to hit a target, German crews can casually enjoy a drink while obliterating enemies at a distance of 3 kilometers thanks to a two-axis stabilization system the military calls black magic. This is not just a machine, it is a statement that Germans do not build tanks to compete in quantity. They build them to redefine precision. By the Leopard 2A5 version, the Germans decided flat armor was outdated. They added the signature wedge-shaped turret armor, turning it into one of the most expensive, multi-million-dollar armored boardrooms on the planet. To prove the reliability of this composite armor, engineers in the Ruhr region conducted a crazy test. They locked themselves inside a concrete bunker and had another tank fire directly at it. They did not trust dry computer simulations. They trusted their own flesh and blood and the strength of steel. Fortunately for their families, the armor held, making the 2A5 the gold standard for crew survivability. With the Leopard 2A6, the Germans did not stop at defense. They installed the longer L/55 gun, turning the tank into a sharpshooter capable of penetrating the thickest Russian armor at distances where the opponent has not even spotted the target. However, guerrilla warfare in Afghanistan taught them a painful lesson about improvised explosive devices. That is why the Leopard 2A6M was born. The letter M stands for mine protection. The Germans redesigned the entire hull floor to withstand blasts that could snap the axle of any truck. This version is built for places where the threat does not come from the front, but from beneath the ground. The V in Leopard 2A7V stands for Verbessert, but the military often calls it King. It is the pinnacle of the Leopard 2 line, featuring a powerful air conditioning system to prevent crews from being roasted under desert heat and an auxiliary power unit so the tank can run all electronic systems without starting the main engine. It is silent, deadly, and comes with a price tag that makes politicians sweat. If the Leopard 2 is a luxury sedan, then the 2A7V is a armored Maybach capable of flattening an entire town. But even a king has weaknesses against modern anti-tank missiles. That is when the Leopard 2A7A1 appears with a somewhat bitter truth. Europe's #1 mechanical power had to turn to Israel to borrow the trophy active protection system. Imagine a nation proud of inventing the NATO standard tank gun having to purchase a shield from abroad because domestic solutions remain stuck in laboratories. The 2A7A1 now resembles a knight wearing the finest armor in the world, but carrying a rented shield to intercept missiles before they can even touch its expensive paint. Pragmatism has triumphed over pride. IFV/APC. The Boxer ecosystem, when armored vehicles are military Lego. If there were an award for the most complex armored vehicle on the planet, Puma IFV would have no rival. The Puma S1 variant is like an armored iPhone with a 360-degree camera system that allows the crew to see through the hull and MELS, Spike LR2, missiles capable of destroying tanks from beyond the far side of a hill. However, this modernity once came at a high cost. During an exercise in 2022, all 18 Puma vehicles dropped dead due to electronic failures, prompting German media to call it a sick little cat. But Berlin did not give up. It has just approved an order for the Puma S2 variant, with the promise that this time these Panthers will actually hunt instead of waiting for mechanics. While waiting for Puma to stabilize, the German military still has to rely on the old man Marder one. Despite serving since the Cold War, the A3 and A5 versions stubbornly endure thanks to a heart transplant with a new engine and upgraded thermal imaging optics. There is a slight irony here. While engineers dream of futuristic machines, these aging Marder vehicles remain the most reliable backbone on brutal battlefields, proving that sometimes old steel is better than new chips. Next, welcome to the world of GTK Boxer, where armored vehicles are built like Lego blocks. First is the Boxer APC, the standard armored taxi capable of carrying an entire squad through incoming fire. If more firepower is needed, they mount the 30mm turret from the Puma to create the Boxer CRV RCT-30 or Jackal variant, considered a mobile killer designed to replace the tiny Weasel, delivering tank-like firepower in the body of a wheeled vehicle. It does not stop there. If you need artillery command and control, there is the Boxer JFST with the towering Thales PAAG observation mast, resembling a submarine periscope on land. And to protect the sky from drones, the Sky Ranger 30 system is mounted on the Boxer chassis, forming a self-propelled air defense platform capable of blowing anything flying low out of the sky with 30mm cannons and missiles. Boxer is not just a vehicle, it is an empire. To replace the legendary TPZ Fuchs line, Germany selected the Patria 6x6 CAVS, a pragmatic choice from Finland as a dedicated armored transport. Meanwhile, the reconnaissance role of the aging Fennec is gradually being handed over to Lux 2. Developed on the Moag Piranha 5 6x6 chassis, Lux 2 is like a giant trying to learn the stealth of a hunter. Speaking of light armored reconnaissance, the Fennec cannot be ignored, with its retractable sensor head allowing it to hide behind bushes like a true fox. But when terrain becomes too tight, the Germans deploy the Wiesel 1 and Wiesel 2. These are armored vehicles small enough to fit inside transport helicopters. The Wiesel 2 is even versatile enough to transform into a self-propelled mortar, ambulance, or the Ocelot mini air defense system. Finally, we have TPZ Fuchs. Although old, the A8 variant remains a monster in mine and IED protection, shielding soldiers from sudden blasts beneath the vehicle. And for swampy or snow-covered terrain where wheels fail, the BVS-10 Mark IIB steps in. This modern amphibious tracked vehicle replaces the BV-206S, ensuring that the German military can operate anywhere, from dense forests to the Arctic. Logistics, special operations, and four-legged technology. In the world of special missions, mobility is survival. That is why the Rheinmetall Caracal was created, a brand new air-mobile vehicle compact enough to fit inside the belly of a transport helicopter for rapid deployment into any hotspot. For the KSK Special Forces, they favor the Defenture Mammoth, a medium reconnaissance machine capable of crossing deserts at the speed of a professional racer while carrying the firepower of a squad. To protect troops from improvised explosive devices, the Germans rely on the Dingo 1 and Dingo 2. Built on the legendary Unimog chassis, these MRAPs can lose a wheel in a blast, yet still keep the crew inside intact. For casualty evacuation or military police duties, the Eagle 4 and Eagle 5 offer more luxurious protection capable of shrugging off sniper fire and shrapnel with ease. But the true backbone of German logistics is the RMM VHX series tactical truck line. Among them, the HX-42M is the dedicated workhorse courier, while the HX-81 Elephant II is a true heavy lifter. It is one of the few trucks in the world capable of carrying a nearly 70-ton Leopard 2A75 or an 8-ton across muddy terrain. However, there is an almost absurd irony. In the age of artificial intelligence and hybrid engines, Germany's 23rd Mountain Infantry Brigade still maintains a special unit of mules, donkeys, and Haflinger horses. On the cliffs of the Alps, where even the most advanced trucks fail, these four-legged animals remain the most reliable transport. Yes, the German military may possess lasers, but it still needs donkeys to carry ammunition up the mountain. Engineers, the gods of combat engineering and bridging. If tanks are the spearhead, engineers are the ones who ensure that the spear does not break mid-strike. Look at the Kodiak, essentially a Leopard 2 without a turret, instead equipped with a 3-section excavator arm and a massive dozer blade. It can clear minefields or dig fighting positions in minutes, turning complex obstacles into smooth pathways. When a Leopard breaks down, the Bergepanzer III Buffel arrives. This armored recovery vehicle is powerful enough to lift and replace an entire tank engine right on the battlefield under fire, like a mobile service station that can withstand enemy attacks. If the Army needs to cross a river, the Leguan extends its arm. This armored bridge laying system can deploy a 26-meter bridge in under 5 minutes, allowing entire armored columns to cross as if on a highway. The pinnacle of flexibility is the M3 amphibious rig and its upgraded version, M3 EVO. They can transform into ferries or link together into large-scale floating bridges on water surfaces, a mechanical marvel even the United States Army would envy. Finally, for the heaviest logistical tasks, the Leopard GBKF serves as the perfect piece, ensuring that every load or wreck is lifted cleanly even under fire. The German military may not have overwhelming numbers, but with this support network, every advance is ensured to be a perfectly calculated technical operation. Artillery, thunderous firepower, and the shield of the sky. If you think artillery just sits still and fires, the RCH-155 will change your mind. It is the first self-propelled howitzer in the world capable of moving at 80 kilometers per hour while loading and firing accurately. Meanwhile, the veteran PZH-2000 remains a killer with its MRSI capability, firing multiple rounds at different trajectories so they impact the target simultaneously, turning a single gun into an entire battalion in the eyes of the enemy. To replace older multiple launch rocket systems, Germany is betting on Europulse, a system capable of launching stealth cruise missiles like JFSM with a range of up to 499 kilometers. And do not forget the little squirrels like Weasel 2 mortar or the Sultam K6 mortar, which prove that sometimes a compact tracked mortar platform is enough to wipe out a strongpoint. AIR defense. When Germany builds an Iron Dome, Germany is entering a major game with Arrow 3, a system designed to intercept ballistic missiles outside the atmosphere. At lower altitudes, the MIM-104 Patriot, PAC-3 MSE, remains the backbone of city defense, working alongside the Rising Star Iris-T with SLM variants and the future SLX reaching up to 100 kilometers. Against drone threats, the Skynex system with 35mm cannons turns the sky into an impenetrable fire net. Even the tiny Ocelot, Stinger mounted on Weisel, is gradually being replaced by modern Iris-T systems on the GTK Boxer chassis, creating a costly but highly effective layered defense network. AR Force, the intersection of generations. Berlin has finally accepted purchasing the F-35A Lightning to ensure nuclear strike capability if required, a recognition that American stealth technology cannot be replicated overnight. However, European pride still lies in the Eurofighter Typhoon, with tranche, 4 and 5 batches, and the electronic warfare EK variant. In the shadows, the 6th-generation Future Combat Air System is taking shape, promising a future where manned aircraft act as command nodes for swarms of escort drones. On the ground, the CH-47F Chinook and Airbus H-145M are ready to replace aging helicopter fleets, while the NH-90C Tiger hunts submarines beneath the ocean. Navy, modular giants. Germany is building the F-126 frigate, the largest frigate class in its history, with a displacement exceeding 10,000 tons. It is not just a warship, it is a modular city at sea. Beneath the ocean, the Type 212CD submarine with its unusual diamond-shaped hull is redefining underwater stealth. These vessels are not only for combat, they also serve as massive electronic intelligence platforms like the Type 424, silently listening to every movement of the enemy. Infantry weapons. The German Army's 4 war gods. After controversies over the Heckler and Koch G36 overheating and losing accuracy, the German military returned to pure pragmatism with the Heckler and Koch G95A1. Equipped with the Elcan Spectre DR optic, this is a rifle many U.S. special operators would envy. For silent missions, the Heckler and Koch G3, chambered in .300 blackout, is favored by KSK forces. For long-range penetration, the Heckler & Koch G28 and Heckler & Koch G29 take on the role of cold-blooded marksmen. Finally, the Heckler & Koch MG5 A2 has completed the retirement of the legendary MG3. delivering more stable and reliable fire rates for every infantry squad. Germany possesses mechanical marvels capable of crushing any opponent on paper, but can they stop an invasion when spare parts are lacking and they still rely on pack animals? Do you believe in Ruhr steel or the harsh reality of the Bundeswehr? Leave your comment below and do not forget to subscribe to War Tools. Thank you for your time.